Hi, hello, welcome, namaste to Neerja's Book Talk Show. Today we are going to have the second part of the book that called as Unleash the Power of Reading. So in this we are going to learn a lots of things in this session. So please join as soon as possible. We will continue with the third chapter that is called as The Real Reason Why Books Get Bored Very Easily. As we all are aware that we used to read the books and we used to see that lots of things used to happen, but after a few time we could say that immediately that books are going to get bored with us. If it is a subject book also, it is going to get bored. Even if it is a novel, fiction or non-fiction books, whatever it might be, why these books are going to get bored. So let us we will know the reasons why the books are going to get bored very easily. So in this chapter we are going to learn that which books are best for the category. Fiction books, these are imaginary stories. I could say that whoever are interested in the fiction, they can read these books, like a comic books. I could say that different types of the set of the books which we are going to observe. Even the novels are also going to come under this category. And if we will speak about that, coming to the next category that is called as non-fiction books. On this especially we are going to have a different topics like history, science, health, politics, and much more than that many other books are also used to present, where we are going to observe that when where we are going to read even the personal stories like autobiographies of many great people used to get studied by us with this non-fiction books. Coming to the next book is the children books. Children books are going to be there with the help of picture books. I could say that pictures books, mostly the stories with the picture books, moral stories, all these they are going to present exactly. And reference books, yes, once we will come to the classes like studies, I could say that reference books used to present. For example, NCERT book is there for that reference book. Many companies, publishers used to provide the reference books. Religious books like Gita or otherwise Quran or otherwise Bible, I could say that. So these are the religious books. Other than that, many other books used to present, but these are main, I could say that, which are there with the religious books, I could say. Cookbooks, yes, this is most important. Most of us we used to perform the cooking, so at the time we used to see that different types of books with the different recipes and the strategies it used to come. Next is category is textbooks. So these are very important. Even textbooks plays a very important role in every student life, I could say that. Why? Because textbooks, everyone, even it is a state board or otherwise the Maharashtra state board or otherwise Andhra, Telangana or otherwise Kannada, whatever the textbook it is, the textbooks are textbooks. Even the CBSE, ICSE, IB board, so many types of the boards are there which are going to have the textbooks exactly. Self-help books, so these are there for the self-improvement of our personal development, relationships, all these we are going to have, and on these the self books we used to present. So the best way to find out which books are worth for us, that's most important, how it is going to be. First one, option one is choose the books based on your area of improvement. So where you want to improve, where you want to keep your time, so regarding that you are going to choose the book exactly. So for that, what is the step one? Determine the most pressing problem you have right now. So what the main problem you are facing, so what it is, so that we are going to see first of all. Step two is, in the last week we had a discussion regarding the HRMSC. If you remember that, H means health, R means relationship, M means money, S means spirituality, and C means career growth. So these are the HRMSC. So this we are going to observe, and what it is exactly that we need to know. When the H, health, what are the different types of the health issue, whether it is a physical or otherwise mental, what type of the health issues we are having, that we need to know. And coming to the relationships are, so whether we are having a good relationship with our family members as well as the relatives as well as with the husband, wife, whatever it might be, what the relationship you are having. M is for money. So what type of the money you want to earn. So for that, which type of the books you are going to read. In this category, I could say that three types of the books I could suggest you is, one is Psychology of the Money. First of all, we need to know the psychology of the money, how it used to come and how it used to stay. Second is Rich Dad and the Poor Dad. Once we are going to read this book, you are going to learn a lots of strategies how to make it. And third one is The Richest Man in the Babylon. So that's also another book which is related to the money. So these are the three recommended books I could say that if you read that, the perspective regarding the money will change really. Next is spirituality. Yes. So to enhance our knowledge and the wisdom, the spirituality plays a very, very important role. Might be you are having one or other the guru. So try to follow the path of what the gurus has said or otherwise the mentors has said. So that's most important. So the my definition, actually according to this book, the definition of the spirituality is: stop comparison with others, drop your ego. This is what's most. Accept the people as they are. Don't expect something else. If I'm having this friendship, you are going to change. If you are having this, no, 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 no. Don't have that. And third one is start. So start more love, compassion, and the empathy towards the others. This is most important. Last one is nothing but career. So career, for that, what you want exactly, name, fame, money, or otherwise position, something or the other you want. So in that aspect, what you required, according to that you need to work on. Second option is working professionals. So choose the books based on your profession. So if I'm a teacher, I could say that what type of the books I could read, self-help books or otherwise self-improvement, the autobiographies I used to read. I used to learn a lots of things. I used to read mostly non-fiction books. Why? Because fiction books, it's imaginary stories, but I want to know that what is happening in their life. So that's why I used to read the non-fiction books, and I used to say, and I used to give the review also, honest reviews I used to give every day. So what it is, how the book it is. Many times I used to give somewhat the rating less also, or otherwise good rating also, depending on the book, how I have understood regarding that. So some skills especially we need to understand and we need to get. Business owners, if you are a business owner, so what type of the business you want to, according to that the right exploration of the books is required. So business owners, first of all, they require the leadership, especially communication, networking, time management, financial literacy, creative thinking, risk taking, decision making, sales and marketing. These are the 9 steps they need to improve, especially to start a business. Homemakers, in general, we used to see many of the homemakers, they used to spend the time only for the family, but for them also some life will be there. So according to that, they need to choose the books and they need to start reading the books in the child psychology, parenting, all these they can read according to their own language. It's not like that only English. Even according to the, if they are there in the Maharashtra Marathi or otherwise Hindi or otherwise Telugu or otherwise if they are there in the Karnataka, it's a Kannada. So according to that, let them go with that. Trainers or the coaches, these are important. I could say that even though you used to read a lot, but training or the mentor is important. Teacher plays a very, very important role. Why? Because the teachers used to give their knowledge. So that knowledge is going to get into the brain and it is going to work out with that. So yes, we can read and we can learn a lots of things from the books, but still trainer is a trainer who used to train us, mentor, coaches, they are going to give a lots of the information to us. So option 3 is a guide to finding the perfect book for you. So first of all, you need to understand whether it is for the business or personal, whether it is for what it is, for what purpose you want the book. According to that, you can choose the book. Whether it is online or whether it is offline, that depends on you. And what are the book awards? What is who is the best seller? In which industry you want? Whether, for example, if it is a non-fiction books like me, so you can see BSR or otherwise Variku. They used to give a list of the books in that which category books you want. According to that, we can go. Even he also has suggested, I could say that this person also has suggested, Manjunath also suggested a lots of the books so that you can grab and you can get that. So first of all, for this you can use even the Google Books or otherwise googlereads.com or otherwise amazon.in, chat GPT, top books on whatever the problem you are facing. According that, you can search and you are going to get that same. First of all, shortlist the 10 books what you want in the same domain. So in the same domain, you are going to shortlist the, first of all, what type of the books are required and how it is. According that, you can go. But which format? This is most important, I could say. Which format of the books are important? Physical books. Okay, I would recommend 100% physical books only. Why? Because in the physical books you are going to get a lots of the information, and whenever you want to study, you can study that. And Kindle books, yes, more than India, I could say that in the US, in the UK, Kindle books used to get preferred. But Kindle books, yes, if you are having that facility, you can use that. Online books, even the PDFs or otherwise audiobooks, even after the physical book, I could recommend audiobooks. Why? Because audiobooks also, even by listening, we can do our work, but we need to concentrate what it is going on exactly. In audiobooks also, but Kindle, online PDFs, that depends how you are going to listen and how you are going to taking out the time in your schedule. That's most important for that. So with this we understood that the physical books gives us a kinesthetic experience, means we are going to touch, we are going to have that in our book, in our hand, and we are going to read and we are going to smell. I could say that really it's a wonderful book. Any of the book, if you are going to take, you could feel that book exactly. The emotional bonding is going to be there with the us and as well as the book. So that I could prefer physical book. That is up to you how you are going to prefer. Now coming to the next chapter, 15 deadly mistakes new readers make. So what about the 15 mistakes which we used to do exactly? Mistake 1 is setting an unrealistic expectations. Okay, yes, good evening. So unrealistic expectations we used to have. Many of the people, we used to have the unrealistic expectations. We used to feel that yes, it has to come, it has to come. It's not possible every time. So don't expect very fast. Skill require habit. How the habit is going to get formed? If anything we are going to do for 21 days, it is going to become as a habit. 21 days, come second. After that, you can go ahead with the 60 days, 90 days. 90 days, if it is done, yes, it is going to become into your system, the body system. Then no one will change that. Okay, no one can change that until unless you are going to think by the brain. Then it's different. Mistake 2 is not doing enough research before taking up a new book. If you are taking any of the book, first of all, you need to research on it. So what type of the book it is and how it is going to work out for us, that plays a very, very important role. And what the book is consisting of, who is this author, what the books he has written before or otherwise, how many books he has published, if it is a new author also, so what type of the books he is having. So all these you are going to. Mistake 3 is not choosing the right books. So if you are not going to choose the right books, especially, you are not going to get that feel, I could say, that is going to miss with you. So picking up of the book in the appropriate level is plays a very, very important role. Mistake 4 is reading when you are thinking too much, daydreaming. See, when you are going to read the book, you should concentrate and you should visualize the book. That's I could feel that. Recently, I have read a book called as The Alchemist. So it's a wonderful book. Even I could visualize that boy, how a shepherd boy, how he entered, how he faced lots of the problems, how he met the alchemist, how he got how he went through the journey, and how he loved the Fatima, and what type of the wars used to happen. Even he went to the desert, and even he faced lots of the hurdles. Then finally he got treasure, I could say that. So all these in the visualization it was there, so I could say that it is really great in that. So mistakes we used to do, but a daydreaming is not required, I could say. The daydreaming is not required. While reading the books, please concentrate, otherwise don't read the book. In daydreaming, you are not going to get what you are going to read exactly. Mistake 5 is not having clarity on why, on your why. As per the ikigai, I could say that we need to know that what is our why exactly. Hello Kiran ma'am. What is our why we are reading the books exactly, for what information we are reading the book. We should feel motivated by ourselves, and we should engage ourselves. This is most in the clarity, it should be there for all of us. Mistake 6 is not setting a focus hour. So this is most important. I'm having a schedule that every day, but from 4:30 a.m. to 5:15 a.m. That is the reading time. Whatever it might happen, I'm going to read. I'm going to read. Only from Monday to Saturday it is going to work out. Sunday, I'm going to read it again, the same revision of the books I used to have. By that, I'm going to complete the syllabus. Yes, it's a syllabus. You could say that it's a self-discipline, consistency. Even my channel name, you could see the backside, consistent. Be consistent. It is most important. I have tuned my brain in such a manner. So you also please try to keep. If you are a beginner, start with 10 minutes. Don't go for the more. Start with the 10 minutes. Slowly increase to 15, 20, 30, 40, max to max 45. Why? Because as we are also doing the works, we are having household chores as well as a business or otherwise job. So it's not possible for everyone, not more than that. But even if you are going to try to have that, you can. Yes. Not setting a focus hour, it is most important. It used to have a lots of problems. Mistake 7 is not tracking your progress. You need to have the daily tracker, whether you have read or not. Tick mark you need to keep. If you are not having daily tracker, then you will miss it very happily. So if you are going to have the cross on one day, you will feel, oh, in this month, after the month or week, you could feel that, oh, these many crosses are there. So I did not complete this. No. You will make up your mind, no, I should do it. Mistake 8 is not summarizing. So once you are going to read anything, the new readers especially, they never used to summarize. Summary is at most important. Even once I used to read the book, I used to write the 3 takeaways. Again, once I am going to reread the book, I could say that on Sundays, then I used to write 10 to 12 points. This is my habit. Now I have initiated this whenever I have completed 31st book. So until this 31, I could say that 31 into 3, all these 3 takeaways. So I'll try to implement, yes, this is how it is going to work out. So like that, we are going to summarize that. Mistake 9 is regression, rereading. Yes. So if any words you started reading, again you will stop and you won't remember where you have stopped. Again, you started rereading. This is one of the, I could say that mistake it used to perform by most of us. Reading from an uncomfortable position. We should have a perfect position to read. Reading anywhere, it is not going to happen. In the bedroom, by say sleeping on the bed, it's not called as reading, and it is not going to keep the mind active. If you are going to sleep, you can sleep. If you want to read, be in the sitting position, proper position, have a proper distance of the light, and then you start reading. That will be a focus. And where every day try to have a same particular place, time to read, so that the mind will get understand. Yes, once I will go to that place, the mind will say, yes, Nirja, you need to read. So walking and reading, yes, this is also people can't focus exactly, so don't try to do such type of the things. Reading while traveling, car or the bus, it's not possible. Why? Because horns will be there, or otherwise the people used to speak beside us. So it's not a proper idea to have the books in the cars as well as the buses. Mistake 11 is not eliminating visual distractions. So whatever the distractions are there, it should be avoided. Means if you started reading a book in front of us, the TV is there, mobile is there. So what's the usage? So if you want to watch the TV, please watch the TV. If you want to read the book, please come in a silent place where you could observe only the book itself. Mistake 12 is not eliminating the physical distraction. Reading in a poor light. This I already said that don't try to read in the poor light. Why? Because that is going to place a very important role exactly. Messy environment. So where you could see that more environment is going to be present. There you can't read exactly. Yes. Unhygienic room. So where the hygiene is not present, there you can't go with the reading in a proper manner. Clean and well, I could say that well sophisticated room is required. Too hot or cold. Yes, too hot, again we'll feel how lots of the pasina, or otherwise I could say that we are not going to be get comfort. Too cold, we are not going to get that feeling of the reading exactly. Noisy environment. So in the movie theaters or otherwise outside, where lots of people used to speak, and even at home if function is there, at the time you can't start reading exactly. Bigger distractions, social media. So yes, if you are going to there with the social media, please don't try to read at that place. Mistake 13 is not developing a routine. This is at most. First of all, we need to have the goal setting. and which time what you are going to do, what is your main aim, why you are going to read the books, for what purpose you are reading the books. So all these plays a very important role. And not taking breaks. Yes, we are not a, I could say that the readers like a whole day we are going to read and we are going to sit. No, the mind is not going to concentrate. Yes, so try to take the breaks in a proper manner. So you can have the technique of reading 20 minutes, after that again 5 minutes break, again 20 minutes or 30 minutes, after the 2 minutes break. So breaks are required. Why? Because our mind has to absorb the things. That's most important. 15th mistake is trying to read too much at once. So if you are going to start reading more and more, it's not going to work out. So I'll give the summary of this. First is the bad reading habits, unrealistic expectation. Second one is not doing enough research. Third is not choosing the right books. Fourth is daydreaming. Fifth one is not having clarity on your why. Sixth one is not setting and focus hour. Seventh one is not tracking your progress. Eighth one is not summarizing. Ninth one is regression and rereading. 10th is uncomfortable position. 11th is visual distractions. 12th is physical distraction. 13th is not developing your routine. 14th is not taking breaks. And 15th is reading too much at a once. So all these are the 15 mistakes which we should avoid while reading the books. Fifth chapter is how to start reading 25% faster right away. So if you want to read, if you want to pick up any of the book, I will give you a good technique. Whatever the Mr. Manjunath MS has suggested that I am going to give. Any book you can take, for example, non-fiction book, go to a random page. For example, if you are having any of the book in your hand, please try to do this exercise. Other than the textbook, I could say that. So any of the book just you take, set a timer for 2 minutes. First of all, you need to have the timer beside you for 2 minutes. Then start reading. Start reading. Okay. After 2 minutes, just stop it. Count the number of lines. For example, 30, 40, whatever the lines you have read. Lines you are going to have, you have read. Write down somewhere else. So somewhere you have note down that. Count the number of words in the first line. So in the first line, how many words are there? So that you are going to count. And now we need to use one formula. What is your reading speed that you are going to learn from this? Reading speed, words per minute, is equal to number of lines into number of words per line by 2. By 2. So whatever you are reading words per minute, in the first line you have read 13 words, for example. 13. Okay. So what we need to do is 13 into 12. 12 lines if you have read by 2. So 13 into 12, you are going to 12 3 is 36. So 360 by 2. So like that you are going to. So that is your words per minute. That the count you are going to get. So this is the formula which we are going to use. Reading speed is equal to number of words per minute. Okay. Into number of lines you have read by 2. Why? Because here you took 2 minutes. So like that you are going to go with that. So speed read. Why to read the book exactly? So in this one aspect is there. We need to feel the urgency. Yes, this book is required. It is utmost important. That urgency you need to create in your brain. Second is focus hour. So we need to have a focus. Then and then only it is going to happen exactly. So we need to have a focus hour during the day or night, whenever you are going to, but uninterrupted time it should be, right? Third one is reading posture to enhance your reading. So every day you should read. It's fine, but stretch your body for every 40 minutes. After every 40 minutes, you need to have a relaxation in the body exactly. Then and then only that is going to be present. And you need to catch hold the book with the 45 degrees alignment from your eyes. So whatever your eyes are there, like this you are going to keep. And preview process. First of all, yes, when you start reading of any of the book, first of all, we need to see the front page, back page about the author, and you are going to see the preview, how the trailer we are going to watch, and then only we are going to see the movie. Like that, here also we are going to see that the preview is going to be there, then and then only. In the preview, what you are going to do, preview will be there only for 5 minutes. So once you are going to read this book, before that you need to see the chapters names, and inside you are going to have some bold letters, I could say that. So bold letters, or somewhat in the printed in the italics, or otherwise whatever the form it is. First of all, you need to read those. Why? Because then you will feel whether that book will be interesting or not, right? So after that, the mindset, you should have a conscious mindset. Yes, I want to read the book, I want to get it done with this within this time. So that you are going to start affirmations every day. You are going to start affirmation. I'm a genius, my mind works like a supercomputer, I'm a fast reader, I find it easy to read at least one book each week. Remembering what I read is easy for me. Enjoy reading books has made me much smarter. Finding time to read comes easily to me. I have a sharp, focused, and powerful memory. I have a high concentration levels. I exercise my mind by reading and learning new things every day. Every aspect, I'm getting better, better, and better. Every day, I used to say this affirmation. Once I used to wake up from my bed. This is my routine. So, like that, you are also going to have anything that depends on you. How you are going to have that. So, yes, so how you are going to have that, that depends on you, how you are going to take it. So like that, you are going to start, and you are going to start the positive. In this, the present continuous tense should be there whenever you are speaking anything. Speed reading affirmations daily you can have. Skimming and scanning, yes, I think most of you know this techniques exactly. So you're in the skimming, your eyes are going to read very fastly, the paragraphs of the text are getting skimmed. So eyes practice is required. When we are going to go with the session of Mr. Manjunath, I could say that I attended 6 days session. Morning it used to be present. Very nice session he has given. So he has said that every day, first you start reading any of the book. For example, I'm going to show you. Scanning is the process. So first we used to read one word. After that, start reading two words. After that, start reading three words. Then try to read one line. So like that, you're going to increase your speed in the reading. Directly it is not going to come, only it will require some practice, and then only it is going to come. So the summary of this chapter is: create urgency, first of all, why to read the book, set focus hour. Third one is sitting and reading posture. In the preview, emotional connection should be there. Yes, I want to, and I'm going to have this. Read cover page, read about author, read the table of the contents, read headings and subheadings and every chapter, glance at index once. These are the matters which we are going to cover in the preview. And mindset, create affirmation, read during alpha state. Yes, what is this alpha state? When you are going to wake up from the bed, our mind will be there in the alpha state. So every day you could see that my I used to say minimum, I could say that mostly my room totally it used to consist of affirmations only. So once I'll wake up, it will take minimum 10 to 15 minutes for me to complete my affirmations every day. Why? Because at the time the mind will be there in the alpha state, so where we are going to utilize a less energy but a more power we are going to have. So start saying I love you. Why? Because you are going to love yourself, then only whole world is going to love you. So that's most important affirmation which we are going to give to yourself. And the last one, but not least one, is skimming and scanning. Rapid eye movement, especially eye movement should be very rapid and capture high level data. That only I want to say that 20% reading will give 80% of the results. Yes. So this is how we are going to get read 25% faster. How your brain can be trained to retain hundreds of data in 5 minutes. This is a technique. Even recently, I have attended one workshop of Dr. Vinod Sharma, Brainywood app developer. So he also used to say that how to retain the information in the brain, mnemonics, as well as even Mr. Manjunath is also the trainer coach for the brain, how to remember the information. So here I could say the 30 words are there he has given to us. So first of all, he has kept the 60 seconds timer, and that 30 words are there. Recall and write in your notebook. So once they are going to be first read, again after that we need to recall. But how many words max to max we are going to recall? We can recall, if it is a 30 words, normal as a human being, 8 to 15 words we are going to, 9, 10, 11, that depends. So if your score is 15 to 22 in that, then you are above average. 22 to 30, then really unknowingly we are practicing something and it is awesome. Mostly we used to get 8 to 15 words or 16, 17, this much words only. So we are also above average. If it is below 8, then we need to understand that we are too much not proper in having a proper criteria for this. Why do we forget things? Actually, we most of the time we used to forget things. I could say that why? Because why we are forgetting means we used to keep the home key somewhere and we used to find where it is, how it is possible. So yes, so for this all I could say that techniques are there that we need to follow exactly. Forgetfulness of your real nature is true death. Remembrance of it is a rebirth. It was not given by me, it was given by Ramana Maharshi. I think most of you are knowing who is he, who am I in that search. He is a great person. Arunachalam, the place which is present in the South India, which is very famous. Forgetfulness of your real nature is a true death, and remembrance of it is a rebirth. So, actually, we used to say that I'm having very bad memory. That memories are not bad or good. Okay. No such type of the bad memory or good memory is there. Only it is there is trained or untrained memory. So if you are going to speak about the trained memory or untrained memory, that is only important. There is no such type of the memory where we could see that the bad memory or otherwise the good memory. Even first time, even I understood that after reading this book. Yes, it's a trained and untrained. Memory and recall, how you are going to remember that. Encoding, this is one of the first step of the memorization process. So once we are going to have anything from the sensory, which we are going to take through the senses, then it is going to be there. Storage, yes. We need to keep, you know, max to max anything we can remember up to 30 seconds. That's called a short term memory. I think might be you have heard about the movie Gajini. He used to remember only for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. After that, he used to forget. Yes, like that, we are also having up to 30 seconds, and after that, it is going to be placed in the long term memory. Two types of memory will be there. One is a short term memory, and second term is a long term memory. So retrieval process, the third stage is how we are going to retrieve the information, whatever it is there in the consciousness of ours. So for that purpose, we require, I could say that some technique. Knowledge and wisdom is power. So these both plays a very, very important role in our life. Knowledge is acquired not only through the academics but also through the learning experiences. Everything, whatever we are going to learn. First time, if you have given any of the competitive exam like NEET or otherwise a JEE or otherwise a CTET, many of the exams are there. So first time, if you are not going to get good marks also, but it's an experience. Why? Because you know what's the paper pattern. You understood what type of the questions we are going to get. Wisdom triumphs over over gold, silver, and the jewels. So, especially wisdom plays a very, very important role compared to any other thing. What factors are going to affect the memory? First of all, interest. If you are having the interest, you can do lots of wonders. Why I am doing this show, I could say that, or otherwise videos. This is due to purely my interest. I want to give whatever the information I am having to most of the people. I could say that. So what is going to happen is, might be in this 1% it is going to be helpful for you. Then you are going to change your life. If you are going to change your life, you may able to give this information to others to change their lives. So we should become a change or a part, especially in the many of the people's lives. So that's the main intention to start the channel. Distraction. The memory is greatly get impacted, especially the memory is going to get greatly impacted by, especially with the distraction. Why? Because distraction plays a very, very important role. We should not get distracted, but sometimes we used to. So try to avoid the distractions. Focus and concentration. Yes, focus and concentration plays a very, very important role. When we are focused, then and then only we can have anything in our life. Stress, anxiety, and depression, these plays a very important role. Why? Because if you are stressed and if you are having more and more anxiety, then you could see that finally it is going to become as a depression. Lots of things are going to be negative, it will give the result. Lack of proper techniques. Many of us, we used to read the books, yes, but how much we have remembered that, how much the retrieving of the information has been done, so that depends on how we have read that. Lack of discipline. One day I have read the book and after 10 days again I took the book. It's not going to work out. Consistency is required. If you are want to become a good reader, every day start with the 10 minutes or 5 minutes, increase the timing within 1 month, within 2 months, within 3 months. I could say that you will do a wonders. You will do wonders. Why? Because while I started reading the books, before that, it used to take. I'm having one criteria. This is for me. One book, 1 week. This I have learned from the CEO. Many of the CEOs, they used to read in a total year. They used to read 52 books plus books. If it is a small book, might be 60 books per year. So I have started recently. I could say that 5 to 6 months before, 5 months before. So I felt that no, one book, 1 week, I must read. So I started. Starting, I faced lots of problem. Why? Because one book, 1 week, it's not possible. 300 pages books are there. 200 pages books are there. I used to face a lot. And slowly. Now within 4 days, I'm completing. I have completed that early. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the previous books again, whatever I have read, again I started reading. So that habit will give us to change. I could say that now any book you give, I'll feel that yes, it's easy, but that depends on my interest, what type of the books I'm reading exactly. And that's called as discipline. Alcohol, yes, especially if you are going to have anything other than the things which are going to be having some problem with the nerves, so it will impact obviously the reading. It's not going to be effect. Medical condition, memory loss, or some really I could say that some problems used to present for the brain, so that has to get somewhat avoided. Dementia or Alzheimer disease, these people can't remember much time. Nutrition, yes, I will focus every time. I used to say even to the my many of the students, as well as to the wherever the seminar I used to go also, I used to say no, food plays a very important role. How much healthy we are, that's not depends on the only outside, that depends on the inside, whatever we are giving inside, and what it is happening, that will take in the physical as well as mental. Both conditions are going to be there only with the help of food. Emotional state. So how we are, whether we are calm, relaxed, or otherwise we are stressed, anxiety. So that depends. Sleep. Enough sleep is required according to the survey also. Minimum 7 to 8 hours of the sleep. If it is a small children, they should have 8 to 10 hours of the sleep. So try to have a proper timing for the sleep. When you are going to wake up, before that, you need to have a setting of the timetable, I could say that. So every day setting up of timetable is utmost important. Okay, once you have set the timetable, whether you are following or not, for that the regular checks are required, whether I'm doing everything in a perfect manner or not. Medication side effects, this also will give us somewhat the bad memory. Genetics, yes, I could say that, but this is not going to have that much effect if you are going to have a proper atmosphere environment, so they can be achieved exactly. Age. Age is just a number. Remember that. Even Ratan Tata ji, who expired recently. So we could see that that person who has given everything to the country is a wonderful person. I could say that. So in the age of 86 also, until 86 he used to work, means age is a number. Age is just a number. What it is there? It is there only in the trained brain. So these are the memory influencing factors: age, genetics, sleep, emotional state, nutrition, medication, medication side effects, interest, distraction, focus and concentration, stress, anxiety and depression, lack of proper techniques, lack of discipline, and alcohol. These are the main aspects which we are going to deal, so that it is going to give a lots of the things. The secret of happiness lies in taking a genuine interest in all the details of the daily life. William Morris, the British poet, has given this. So get organized into yourself how we are going to do. don't try to do multitasking while reading the book. You are going to cook, or otherwise you are going to play. It's not possible. Multitasking, don't try to do that, or otherwise you are going to watch the TV and you used to read. It's not going to work out, I could say that. So try to do anything in a proper manner. Only one thing you do, so that it will be helpful for you. Visualization and imagination. Yes, this is at most important. Whenever you are reading anything, you should visualize. So yes, I will give you one story. I could say that one boy is there. Yes, you can imagine one boy. He went to a place called as mountain. So you can imagine, once he went there, he saw that the rivers are flowing, so water is there, and you could listen. He could listen a lots of the voice, and there the chirping of the birds used to present. So there he could listen a lots of the things. There inside the water, he observed that the snake is going, and once the snake came outside, it started the sound it used to. So all these you can visualize, right? So this is how you are going to remember the things. This is how you are going to remember. This is sure. How you are going to remember the things, it plays a very, very important role. Everyone will read a lots of things, but how much you have remembered, that's the most important, right? So this is how you are going to remember. This is one of the technique which was given by the Dr. Manjunath. It's a really good technique, I could say that I started using, and I'm getting a lots of the benefits from that. How to memorize 30 words in the same sequence. So whatever the words it was there, so he started giving that. So unusual dream means how it is I could give that. In this one topic, means 30 words he has given. In that 30 words, how he could remember. Normally we used to see the apples in which color? Green apples, right? Red apples, somewhat yellowish, right? And here you could see bunch of blue and white apples. Have you ever observed? No. Unusual. So this you can remember. So the rocket has started. From the rocket, we used to see that if the rocket launching is there anytime, have you anytime observed that the rocket, from the rocket we used to see the blue and white apples used to come? This is unusual. So like that you need to remember. So after that, he called the Mr. Computer. Okay, then he immediately picked up the telephone and the police. So like that, the sequence, if you are going to have the visualization in an unusual manner, then it will be remembered and retrieved in the memory. This is called as a memory technique. One special episode I will do only on this, so that you will remember a lot regarding this. Okay, so this is how the memory techniques are going to be present. And sip cafe method, yes, at most, and I could say that my most lovable method, which we are going to observe now. What is the sip cafe method? Sip means, S means senses. Okay, S means sense. How many senses we are having? We are having 5 senses, right? Touch, smell, voice, vision, taste. Don't try to use your nonsense, right? Okay, the 5 senses. So with these 5 senses, we need to do all the things. That is for S. I is meant for imagination. What we are going to have, that we need to have imagination. P is meant for positivity. How we are going to make it positive. C is nothing but color, unusual, unnatural color. I said now that apples are in which color? White and blue color. Have you ever observed? No, never. So that type of the things we are going to. Pink elephant. Elephant in which color? Gray color. We know that. Okay. And you are speaking, even white color elephants are there. It's okay. But here we are going to speak about a pink color elephant, which is not present. White apple, blue jackfruits. Jackfruits, have you ever observed in the blue color? Never. So like that we are going to have. E for emotions. So you need to keep our emotions in that. E for exaggeration. E for exaggeration. A very big manner we are going to have that. F for fun and humor. Sip cafe. So this is how we are going to have. SIP. S-I-P. S for senses. I for imagination. P for positivity. C for color. A for action. F for fun. And E for exaggeration and E for emotion. This is how we are going to have the SIP cafe. I hope everyone understood how to use the SIP cafe. Next chapter is how to almost double your reading speed in 1 hour or less. So how to do this exactly? Use meta guide. Yes, either you take any of the pen, okay, or pencil, or otherwise God has given us 5 fingers. Yes, I could say that no need of all those. While starting reading anything, start keeping your line. Uh, if we are there in the school, I could say that a very young stage, our teachers used to say that keep it in somewhat proper manner and keep your underline it, okay, with the help of pencil, or otherwise keep your index finger and start showing. This is a good method, and whenever you want to do anything, start doing this with this. So how to double your speed? This is how one the technique. This is one of the most important chapters in your speed, so you are not going to miss, you're not going to skip any of the words or otherwise any of the lines, or otherwise it may be possibility that you can skip that. So use meta guide or to increase your reading speed. I am basically a left hander, okay, so I used to do with the right hand. This is also one of the memory technique to increase our memory. If you are a right hander, start doing this with the left hand. If you are a left hander, start doing this with the right hand. Why? I could say that right hand users will have left brain functioning. Left hand writers will have right brain function. Opposite it is. So I want to use both the of my brain. So that's why I started using. Now basically I'm a left hander, but I started since month, I could say that I started practicing with the right hand, and I could say that 50% I achieved. So soon I'm going to get totally with that, then it will be a benefit for me. So start reading, start even chanting the numbers backside to front side. We all know from 1 to 100 very happily. Every day I used to do for 2 minutes exercise, that is back to front. 190 and 98, 97, 96, 95, 94, 93, 92, 91, 90, like this I used to. So these in this, both of our brain, the left brain as well as the right brain is going to get functional. How to train your eyes to read faster using the fixation? Yes, you are going to see that and you are going to read with the help of the eyes. So that's how these techniques are going to work out. So while reading any of the books, we are reading very fastly, only our eyes will move from this corner to this corner, but the retaining of the information will be there. So first of all, the reading will place with the help of the eyes. So that's why this has to be there. So this is how we are going to have step number 1, how to read and double your speed within an hour. First step 1 is read 2 words. I already said this, read 2 words together for 5 pages. For 5 pages you start reading only two words. I am a great. So like that. After that, step 2 is read 3 words for 5 pages. First 2 words, for example here, read group. Okay. After that, read group of for 5 pages. After that, increase your reading speed for line. Yes, you listen right. So first you started reading with step 3, read group of words. Read group of words at a time, draw an imaginary vertical line dividing the page equally by 2. So this is how the speed increase is going to happen. After 1 month, you will only say, yes, madam, my speed has been increased enormously. Yes, it is going to increase every day if you start reading. and by using the meta guide. Remember that meta guide is at most important while reading any of the book, please. Even for the textbooks you can use this. It's a I could say that one of the wonderful criteria to use. How to never forget the book you read, and how to comprehend quickly. So whatever you are going to read, how you can remember it forever. Okay, you may ask, madam, you have read now until now 31 books, have you retained all the information? Might be I could say yes for few, even some, even I am not. Why? Because I am also in the training learning process. So the main thing is that here the keywords we need to observe, and we need to practice that, and we need to remember that. Begin by previewing the book. First of all, I already said that we need to review the book by front cover, back cover, what about the author, what are the contents, and what are the main important points which we are going to observe. Begin reading with the end goal in mind. First of all, you are going to remember that yes, by reading this book, what I'm going to get, the end goal, what I'm going to get from this. Apply 80-20 rule. Yes, 80-20 rule. With the 20% reading, you are going to get 80% of the content. Skip redundant content. Sometimes you used to see that the concept is same repetition will be there. So don't try to read this. Read first and last sentence. So from that you are going to understand that yes, what is the gist it is present. Okay, read the introduction of each chapter and summary at the end. So many of the people, what we used to do, for example, if you start reading 9-step process of to achieve the goal, find your why. Okay, so these are the side headings. Start the end point, resources, obstacles, visualization, tracking, detach, reward. Let me recap. So summary, if you are going to read the summary, then you are going to understand very easily. So how, why to read the whole book, right? So it's a simple technique. Start reading the paragraph of the first line and the last line, so that you are going to understand what is there in between. So yes, 10 to 15 takeaways you need to, and start applying the 80-20 rule, so that you are going to complete the book. You know, most of the readers, they used to complete the book within 1.5 hours with the using these techniques. Let me show you how you can do that. Use the sip cafe method to remember the book content easily. So sip cafe method already I have explained you. Please start using that. How to set a powerful goal: practicing mindful meditation, spending time with family, mindful eating, and being mindful in movement. These are the 5 takeaways which were there with the book, whatever the book he has read. So for example, he has given how we are going to get connected with the books. That's also first takeaway, second takeaway, third takeaway, fourth takeaway. This we need to write, and you need to read the book in the form of a summary. See, for every chapter afterwards, most of the authors, they used to give the summary. 80-20 rule: heading, subheading, and picture. That's called as read. Second reading is introduction, chapter, summary of the chapter. That's called as another reading. Third is focus, highlighted points, bold, italic, different fonts, and points inside the box. You used to see that boxes used to present, so those are also important. Next reading is first sentence of the paragraph and last sentence of the paragraph, and skip redundant, repetition, familiar, you know this topic, so please remove that. This is how the comprehension used to take place. First of all, pre-reading is at most important. Improve comprehension by 15 to 25%. You need to understand by having the eye movement. Begin reading with the end in the mind. I am having the target of 45 minutes. In the 45 minutes, I need to complete 30 pages per day, for example. So my 45 minutes is 4:30 to 5:15. So before that, I need to complete the 30 pages. So like that, I am going to have the end target. Yes, this is how I need to complete. So according to that urgency I have created in my mind, and I started doing that. And book format, how you are going to read this, ideas, theme. What is the main theme of this book? What is the main topic? What is the subtopic? What are the paragraphs? What are the sentences which we are going to use? And what are the keywords? So this is how the books are going to get read, and we are going to understand and remember. Read like a CEO, plan for you. So if you want to achieve anything, first of all, please understand some steps we need to follow. Choose the right book. This is most important. 150 to 220 pages per book is more manageable, I could say that. Max to max, aim to read 25 pages. I said already to you, 25 to 30, not more than that. Determine your reading speed. Already I have given the formula, how many lines you are going to read, how in the first line how many words are there. So divided by that into by 2. So this is how you are going to get your reading speed. Step 3, make time for reading. Already every day we need to set some time for the reading. Step 4, stick to a designed reading slot. So don't get deviated from that. Sometimes I could understand that unusual, if something happened at that time, or otherwise try to stick on to that. Enjoy the process. While reading, we should enjoy. Yes, this is how we are going to read. If you are going to read very in the boredom manner, stressful manner, then that is not going to work out, I could say that. So do this so that you are going to get it very easily. Read a book a day. A book a day. How you are going to read? Average book size is 200 pages, for example. Average reading speed is 150 to 250 words per minute. If your average, you could say that 200 words per minute, above than that you could read that. Time required to complete one book is 45 minutes per day, 6 days, 4.5 hours, half hours of the journey. And fourth one is reading at a 2x speed. I think you know about that, a 2x, 10x in the mobile also we used to see. So like that, the 2x, 400 words per minute, 20 to 30 minutes per day for 6 days. 3x, 3x, 600 words per minute, and 10 to 15 minutes per day for 6 days. So this is how you can read the book very faster. Now coming to the next chapter, secret brain fitness exercises of national memory athletes. So he is a person who went for the through the India for the national international level. So how you are going to do all this? First of all, how physical fitness is important in your learning process. Already I said that whatever the food we are going to eat, that makes a very very major role. So try to focus on the food whatever you are eating. Brain fitness, so brain should be fit, sharp and powerful. Meditation, just be calm. Meditation means many of the people used to feel that, oh, I need to do something. No, 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 nothing. Only 2 minutes. Be calm, be present. What is happening in your mind, you can understand that by having a pleasant situation. Deep breathing every day. Try to have the 10 times minimum the deep breathing. Start with the 2, 3. Anything has to start with the one or a other day. So try to start today itself. Pranayama. This is going to clean your all the, I could say that the air taking and outside. So this place is very important. Brahmari pranayama. Yes, this is also by having even a humming sound. We are going to have that. If you are knowing this, it's fine. Or otherwise, you can watch from other any of the YouTube. Uh, Triangular breathing. So this is also breathe in the 4 seconds and hold it 4. Again, breathe out for 6 seconds. So like this, the cycle 5 5 5. Anything you can do. New learning, reading books, especially it increases the cognitive skills of yours. Learn music. Playing music is also very important. Learn one new skill every month. Once we are there as a human, I could say that we need to learn lots of things. Whatever we are having, we will feel that that is only notes and that's final. We should come out of our comfort zone. We should try to think what I can do, what are my talents, what I can perform. Okay, learn one new skill, and a best brain games is chess. So if you are interested, it's okay, or otherwise try to have such type of the memory games, any of the games I could say that. Play Sudoku and crosswords, and draw doodling. I think most of you knows that doodling. What is meant by that? Take a small book and try to have the doodling and different types of the paintings you can do, and pen or pencil you can have a sketch exactly. And So these are the techniques which we are going to, even mandala art and drawing. So most of us, if you are a beginner, try to go and see in the YouTube what type of the mandala art drawings used to present. Even I will try to keep down in the description box how it is going to work out the meditation, the pranayama, as well as the mandala art. Simple sketches you can do, even the puzzles you can have, brain boosting exercises you can have, brush your teeth with your non-dominant hand. I said, na? So I'm a basically a left-hander. So I started doing most of the works with the non-dominant hand, and use your non-dominant hand to write or draw. Eating your meals with your non-dominant, not with the hand, I could say that, but with the spoon. Try with the other hand. Closing your eyes and use your other senses to identify the objects in a room. So that's also you can try. Why? Because see, both the brain has to get activated, then and then only all the things will be happening in a very proper manner. Taking a different route to school or workplace, always going in the same place with the same route, that's also will get. So instead of that, if you are going in the straight, go in the curved manner, or otherwise in the reverse manner, so that you are going to observe the change. Watch the TV without sound. Yes, this is a. If you observe that, you could see that somewhat slowly they used to observe that. Yes, even sometimes I done this experiment. It's a nice thing. Alphabets or otherwise the numbers, you can go from the back to first. Sleep, this plays a very important role. First of all, sleep is a brain food. I could say that it is going to have the memory, so please try to do that in a proper manner. Brain food, we need to give a proper brain food is most helpful for the fast learning. In the fatty fishes, whoever used to eat, it consists of omega-3 fatty acids. Even you can have that. And blueberries, yes, even everyone can able to eat these blueberries, which are consisting of antioxidants, and it will have a more effect on our brain for the memory. I mean turmeric, that's why in Indians, mostly they used to use turmeric in almost all, I could say that, in the food. So that's also plays an important role. Broccoli, I think most of you are knowing that broccoli, but try to use this weekly once or otherwise twice. Nuts, almost all the nuts like almonds, walnuts, all these are going to rich in the omega-3 fatty acids. So try to have 3 or 4 nuts per day. Means 4 almonds, 2, even more than enough, that walnuts. Oranges, this is also neurotransmitters are going to get contributed with the help of this vitamin C. And eggs, this plays a very important role. Whoever are eating the eggs, they can go ahead with this. And green tea, yes, if you are having the normal tea, instead of that, try to prefer one time the green tea, so that you are going to have lots of the things. And with this, I could say that I have completed the topic of the whole book called as Unleash the Power of Reading. How you can read the book, how we are going to understand, how we are going to increase your speed, how we are going to have your reading speed in the double X, okay, 5x, 10x times, and what's your rating per minute? What is a rating, rating scale? So be consistent in reading the books, any of the books. Try to start reading. Please comment in the comment box what you have observed in yourself, what the changes you are doing in your life by after reading the books. Until now I have given few books review. So if any one of you have read any of the book, please start commenting. So this is the book I have read, and these are the takeaways, or otherwise this I have felt, whether it is a positive or negative, that's fine, but start reading the books. Try to have the physical books. So yes, I know that it's a somewhat economically, but still, if you want to change, so invest on yourself. Always we are investing on some or other. If you're going to watch the movie, I could say that it will cost minimum 1,000 to 1,200 rupees. If you are going to, as a family, 4 members are going, 200 per ticket or 300 per ticket, and after that popcorn or otherwise a drink, whatever it might be. So it costs. Other than that, less it is, I could say that books, 100 rupees, 200 rupees, even you are going to get the books from the Amazon and the discount, or otherwise even I could say that books are available in the book to cart home. Yes, this is one of the platform you could get that. Even the cash on delivery is also available. So book to cart home, in this the 50% or 40% sale used to present. Try to get the books. start reading, start exploring yourself, and try to change your lives. So I'm going to give this book also the link in the description box, so that you are going to get it very easily wherever you want to get. You can go ahead with that. And for today, yes, thank you. Namaste. So I could say that if you did not subscribe my channel, please subscribe it, share it, like it if you like the content really only, and try to give this information to as possible as to your friends, relatives, so that this work of mine has to be go to the people, and they are going to get the benefit of that. Thank you.